What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Well, we are back for another video today. We're going to be doing something that we haven't done in quite some time. Something that we have focused on so much on this channel. In fact, let's go back and take a look at some of these guppy breeding setups that we've done in the past. We're looking at the breeding tank here, and basically what we're going to be taking is 3 Endler guppies. There's a yellow one there, there's another one back there, there's 3 of them in here somewhere. Then we're also going to take quite a few of these females, probably about 9 of these little purple females right here, these purple and orange females. And if you see there, we have done all kinds of guppy breeding. And in fact, one of our very first guppy breeding setups was in a plastic bin. Check it out here. Go ahead and get these fish in here. Okay, so we now have enough water in the tank. We have the female guppies in the tank. We need to now build the sponge filter. I put that video out in like 2019. It was one of probably my first 25 videos on YouTube, and it was a great thing because it took off and everybody knew us for breeding guppies. And I love the fact that we're coming back to where we got started and we're breeding guppies today in plastic bins. Without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get into how we're gonna set up these bins today, as well as what guppies we're gonna be breeding, because I am so ready to breed some more guppies. As we go through this video, I'm gonna talk about what happened to the other guppies, because we don't have any guppies currently. We did a lot of breeding for profit, and a lot of these things have been sold off and we've gotten rid of them, and that's just kind of what the whole plan was. But we'll talk about that and I'll give you updates on all that stuff. So with that, let's go ahead and get these set up and go pick out some fish.
These are going to be pretty simple setups. We're using some plastic bins that you can pick up at any Walmart, a simple sponge filter that you can pick up at freshwaterscrub.com, and a flat heater, about a 15 watt, which will be perfect to keep this water nice and warm. I'm going to be adding some pluvial stratum substrate as well, because we will be adding plants later on, as well as some aquarium salt from API. And now let's get out and get some fish.
All right, guys, well, these things have been fully set up and everything is cycled and ready to go. And I will tell you, this substrate I put in here came from another tank that had snails in it, which is fine, but the snails have already come back. The crazy thing is this substrate was completely dried out and the snails survived. I think that they could honestly survive nuclear war. Bladder snails, yes. We have our tubs completely set up and it's time to go ahead and get some live plants in here. I'm gonna be putting in a couple of different types of live plants, so let's go ahead and start with that now. So I'm gonna start with some of this ambulia, and ambulia is a really cool plant because it gets all kind of feathery and you can actually float this stuff, you can bury it in the substrate. I've had good luck with it in all different fashions of planting this stuff, but it does really good, and I want to put this in here because it will actually provide some hides for these baby fry when they are born. All right, now I'm gonna add us some good old Java ferns, just regular old Java ferns. We're gonna throw those in there, let those float down in here, and oh my goodness, this Java fern right here, this one happens to have babies on it. So if you look right here on the back side of this leaf, this is how they actually reproduce. So on the back of this leaf right here, you look and you can see these kind of spots, and these spots are actually seed pods, and those seed pods will sprout baby Java ferns. And as you can see on the back of this leaf, these have all sprouted, and with this one, we've got quite a few new Java ferns that have grown, and they'll do fantastic in here. So we're gonna add those, and now we have 2 more plants we're gonna add to this. This big old beautiful mat of Christmas moss. We're not gonna put the whole mat in here. We're actually gonna break this up and add pieces of this in here to each one of these bins. And then the final thing we're gonna add is going to be some frog bit. And I want this stuff to repopulate because I am currently running low on supply. And now the only thing we have left, guys, is to put our fish in these tubs. So let's get that done. All right, guys, look at that. We have these beautiful little, I want to say these are called sunset orange, and they're super cool looking. So back over here, we have these really cool metallic looking ones. Kind of see those back there. Tons of different guppies. And then back in this side over here, look at those guys right there. They look so good, guys. So good. Like I said, guys, I am so excited about breeding guppies again. So make sure that you subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss what comes out of these tubs. Now, I used to breed all kinds of guppies in the fish room, and I've actually traded those off and sold those for other fish. That was the whole point of breeding these things for profit, was so I didn't have to buy fish. I sold off my unicorn guppies, my purple mosaics, every type of guppy that I bred. I sold the breeding stock, everything. And really the reason was I did not have enough time to commit to breeding the guppies, but I picked up some more time due to some other circumstances. So I am going to start breeding guppies again. And as you can see, these tubs look fantastic. So make sure you come back and check out what we do with all of these guppies. Well, speaking of Brenton, look who just showed up.
He's living.
Hey, why is he living?
Because he doesn't like being by himself.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting there inside, and all I hear is just a little squealing. Come out there, and there's Waddles.
Yeah.
Just sitting there, just squealing at me. I come up to it, he stops. I go to get him some food, I just hear him start squealing again.
Well, that's bad.
He just wants to hang out.
I know.
I'm sorry, Waddles.
Well, shiver me timbers.
Exactly. Shiver me too.
In fact, you know what we should bring back?
What?
Peggy,
James?
you shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Waddles is amazing. Waddles is like my son. I love him.
Yeah.
He literally hangs out with me all day when I'm home. I just like, I have to go do stuff sometimes, and he gets so sad. Like, he literally waited for me outside the shower last night, and then everywhere I went, he follows me. So I don't know. He's like my little kid. I love it.
All right, guys. Well, hopefully you went on to enjoy this video today, and hopefully you are going to enjoy watching these guppies as much as we are. Make sure that you do have your notification bell turned on and you are subscribed, as well as go and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Links for both are down below. Thank you so much for coming back to watch our videos. I truly am grateful, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just stay tuned. Big things coming in this garage. Big things that I've never done before on YouTube, so make sure you stay tuned. And with that, guys, I truly do love you guys. Thanks for the support, and hey, we will see you next time.